We are tickled pink to have our studio audience join us today for Delmarva Life. There's something missing though, and that would be you. We'd like for you to be here. To find out how you can become a member of our studio audience, visit delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab. Mom, Dad, got the kids for the summer? Bring them on in. If they're over 10, please, they'd love the show and they get to see the Newsplex too. Now, if you don't have access to the web, there's a phone number on your screen to call. It's 443-880-9116.
This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Worcester Cty Tourism.
Tickled pink.
Tickled pink.
Well, you know, there is so much to Delmarva that makes it unique. The beaches, agriculture, wildlife history, and culture. But there's another gem you may not know much about.
It is the Delmarva Wine and Ale Trail. A few stops along the way are in Worcester County, and here to tell us more about it, Worcester County Tourism Director Lisa Challenger. Thank you for joining us, Lisa.
Thank you. Thanks for having
It's
me.
our own audience, isn't it? So how did all this get started?
Yeah, well, some Worcester Cty Tourism folks and I got together, and you know, we have a lot of visitors at this time of year in particular that don't know about all the new wineries and breweries that we have on Delmarva. They're not all as well known as Dogfish, so we thought, you know, we've got this critical mass and let's promote them to our visitors. And so we did a Delmarva Wine and Ale Trail. It's called Toast Our Coast, Delmarva's Wine and Ale Trail, and it's got over a dozen locations on it.
Really?
So it helps people know where they are and how to get to them and the events that they hold and if they offer facilities for private parties and just lots of information. And it gets people out drinking this local,
Creation.
handcrafted, yes.
And many of them are in Worcester County, right?
We do have several in Worcester County, and our newest is the Fin City Brewing Company at Hooper's in West Ocean City.
Oh, okay.
They are brewing their own beer, and craft beers are just so popular right now. And you know, people love supporting local businesses and knowing, you know, where what they're drinking is coming from. And we also have Burley Oak in Berlin, and they just had a great entry in the bathtub races. Just
happened to come to mind.
Their bathtub was great.
So we get on the trail.
Yep.
What happens? What happens on
Well,
the trail?
you can get a map and see where they all are on the website, and you can see if there's any events planned that day or just what their hours are. And you know, some of them have live entertainment, some have, you know, tonight, for instance, at Burley Oak, they have game night. You can sometimes help pick the grapes at a winery or be a part of the process of how it's made as a volunteer.
Oh,
and it's fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, and you mentioned that there are upcoming events on the trail, like the game night. Tell us about that.
Well, they just do stuff to, you know, make it more appealing for people to come, and they have live entertainment. The game night, they'll offer foosball, and we should get ping pong. We should get ping pong tables in there.
That's what we need to do. Start doing ping pong. That would work.
And this is at Burley Oak, correct?
Yes. And then the winery we have is Costa Ventosa, and they're in Whaleyville. And they've been there, I guess, a couple of years and doing awesome. They just won a bunch of awards through the Maryland Wineries Association. And it's a great trip out there. And you know, you see those little blue and white highway signs with the grapes on them.
Yeah.
Right.
And breweries don't have any similar sign, and so they actually really want some signage and some visibility, the same that wineries are getting, but there's no universal symbol, so we're still working on that. So we're hoping this trail will help people get to those places.
You mentioned Fin City.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about?
I haven't tried their beer yet, but they are brewing it right there at Hooper's Crab House in West Ocean City, and very successful so far. Yeah, very successful. And they have, you know, lots of hours, probably more so than anybody because of the restaurant. But it's getting people out there. That's also the location of the beer festival in September that Worcester County has.
All right. So for the trail, we have all the stops in Worcester County, and just kind of go over those a little bit.
The stops are Fin City in West Ocean City, Burley Oak in Berlin, and tonight is their game night from 6 to 11, and Costa Ventosa Winery in Whaleyville. And the trail extends all the way up into Delaware with Dogfish and Nassau Winery and Vineyard, and down to Virginia, as far south as Machapongo with the Chatham Winery.
But be sure to hit Worcester County.
Be sure to hit Worcester
That's
County.
the best part of the whole trail,
And I
isn't it?
should have brought you a sample. I don't know what I was
I don't know how
thinking.
well that would have gone over.
Yeah.
But it was a great idea. Thank you.
It's a nice, hot day for a cold beer or glass
Not
of
going to
wine.
argue with that.
Lisa Challenger, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
very
joining us.
much. My pleasure.
And if you'd like more information on the Delmarva Wine and Ale Trail, including a list of all events, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Still to come on Delmarva Life, it's a well-known event in Crisfield, the Crab and Clam Bake.
Brian Spiros at the Summers Cove Marina. Brian.
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, we're going to get a taste of some of the great food they're making here today. We're going to show you how they make the trout. You don't want to miss it. It looks good. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life. We will be right back.